Did you know that there's a way to format an ebook through the library's website so that you can take your very own ebook and make it look professional enough to check out through the library's website or sell on another site? Well, there is, and it's through our databases. First things first, go to EPL.org and click on the Explore tab right there at the top. Then you're going to go to Resources A to Z. That's where all the databases are kept. Now, you're going to have to scroll down for a while. They're all alphabetical. Scroll down until you see Inkie.org. That's the website that's going to be able to allow you to format your books. Now, when you get there, you're going to see that you're going to have to create your book. Now, to create your book, it's very simple. You have to go down a little bit here and you'll see it. And even if you've already started a book, this is still the tab that you have to go through every single time. That lets you log into the program. If you've never made a profile here before, just get started now and it'll let you do that. I already have a profile, so I'm going to just plug mine in. And that will be the profile that you use every single time you go in. Now, I know it says Biblioboard at the top, but that is actually for Inkie. It's going to bring you to this dashboard right here. Now, as you can see, this is a book I've already been working on. I'm going to create a new book, right? You click on that, and it's going to ask you for a little more information. First and foremost, those two links at the top are the two other books that I'm working on. Every single book gets its own web book address. You're going to put in the title of your book with no dashes or symbols of any sort, just one long word, and that's going to be the address of your site. Then you're going to put in your book's title. I'll just put in A Time to Keep. That'll be the name of my book. If you don't want anyone to be looking at your book while you're working on it, click No for the privacy option. Then you just create your book. Now it's going to bring you to a blank book. And you have two options here. Either you can import a book that you've already written, or you could write the book right here on this site. It's going to bring you to this dashboard. And as you can see, it's already given you some front matter, an introduction, main body, chapter 1, back matter, as an appendix. This is all stuff you can get rid of if you want to. The way that you sort of work on it, you're going to click on the Organize tab right there. It's going to bring you into it, and you're going to look at what you have. So here's each section. Now you can obviously add and remove things. If you don't want an introduction, you can just trash it. It'll get rid of it. Same thing with the appendix. From this page, you can see that anytime you want to add a chapter, all you really have to do is go to the top there and add chapter. It'll instantly take you to a new screen where you can enter anything that you want. Now, if you wanted to go back to where you were before, see that little dashboard thing in the left-hand corner? Well, you would click on that and it takes you right back to the dashboard. You can see all your chapters right there. Very easy and convenient to use. Now, if you wanted to add a chapter right from here, you can actually do that as well. You just click on the add button right here. It'll let you do that. Takes you right in, and this is where you're going to add your chapter. Now, if you wanted to copy it from somewhere else and paste it in, you could certainly do that. But what you're going to do is you can either type it right in here like you would a blog post, and actually the formatting is very similar to blog posts. And yeah, this is what you could type, and then you would go over here and you could try to save it. But you know what? I think I forgot something. My title. Yep, I totally forgot to put in my chapter title. Always remember to put in your chapter titles. Otherwise, it's not going to let you save. And always remember to save. If you do a bunch of work here and then you go back to the dashboard, it's not going to save what you did and you're going to lose everything. Now, you can see right there, it says chapter 1, it says chapter 2. I could change chapter 1 to make sure that said that in letters rather than numbers. But either way, you can edit anything you want pretty much just by going into it. You can click directly on the chapter, or you could, you could just go in and add more if you want. Now, let's say you wanted to make it look nice. These are the themes. These are all the different ways that you can make your book look. And this is one of the greatest things about it. Look at these. It's different, very professional ways of formatting that you do not have access from if you're writing your thing on Word, a Word document or something like that. All you have to do is select one, and then, you just activate it, and instantly That theme will be applied to anything that you've written in your entire book. Isn't that neat? I absolutely love that. There are other options. You can customize it if you know HTML, but I don't. Now, here's another thing that's really neat. You can actually make your own cover for your book. And the way that you do that is actually pretty simple. What you do is you come over to, of all things, export. It's not intuitive. It's not the thing you would think it would be, but go to export and you can see cover generator. Now you click on that and it's actually going to allow you to make your own cover. Now, this is all metadata that you want to include with it, but if you keep scrolling down, here's where you can make your cover. Now, what you do is you need to upload an image, all right? Probably in the public domain, something you have access to. You can make a title to go over it. You can position the title on the cover. It's kind of neat. Now, you're going to go down and then it says make your cover. You can make it as a PDF or something else. Now, this is where you make the cover. I'm going to show you in a second where you can actually post the cover on here, which will allow you to attach it to your book. And as you can see, there's all these background colors and things you can use depending on what kind of cover you want. But this is just where you make it and save it. And then later you'll be able to apply it to your book. Fill in all this information, by the way. It is going to be useful to you later, I do believe. Now, one thing that you might want to do is go into the book's info. And that's where you're going to put in all the metadata for people who are searching for your book. And this stuff is key. We're not just talking like the title and the subtitle and the author. That stuff's important. But we're talking about if you have a translator that you wanted credited, if you have other authors, if you want to say what the publication date is, that can be useful. And if you have purchased an ISBN, this is where you would put them in. Now remember, you have to get a different ISBN for an ebook versus a print edition. And I know you're saying like, well, we're making an ebook here. Why would I need a print ISBN? Well, if you want to take what you formatted here and have it professionally printed, you'll need that ISBN. Now, right here, see this? This is where you're going to upload that cover you just made in the cover generator. That's why you wanted to save that to your computer, and then you can upload it right there. It can be very useful. But all this information, I highly, highly suggest that you fill it in. It's going to be very useful for people who are trying to search for your material. Now, if you want to export the book, that is if you want to make it into a file that you can have on your computer or that you could send to somebody else. And here's where you can do it. As you can see, it's got the theme. It looks nice. But you can do it as a PDF. You can do it as an EPUB. You can even do it as Mobi for Kindle. All these options are there. And you don't have to pick just one. You could do all of them if you wanted to. Whatever is most convenient, even those others on the side that aren't as used. Then you'll export your book. The file will appear right down here. And then you'll be able to take it and put it on your desktop or from your computer. You can send it to your friends. It's really neat, and it makes it into files that you can actually work with right there. Now, we go over here to publish. This is where you're going to see two options. And the publish option here, again, we're seeing more metadata, but this is important. If you wanted to sell your book on Amazon or another website, you would find a way to put it on Amazon, but then you could link from your book, from the ebook that the library can check out. You can link to Amazon from the library's posting of your book, and you would put that URL for the Amazon page for your book right here. You would save it, you would put it here, and it's not just Amazon, it's Barnes and Noble and other things too. But if you want to sell your book, we have that option, but you're going to have to set it up on the back end. You have to go through Amazon, figure out how to put ebooks on there. But at the very least, we give you the option of having a link so that if someone is reading your book and is like, hey, that's pretty cool, I want to buy it, they can. Now, if you want to submit it to the Indie Author Project, this is something where people from Library Journal will be reading all these ebooks, and they're going to highlight the ones they think are best, and then they're going to make them available nationwide, and they're going to let people from all over the country read your book, and it gets a lot more attention. Again, you need to put in all this metadata. You need to put in all the information, and then it will allow you to submit it. Also, this is how you get it into the library's catalog, into BiblioBoard. When you've submitted it right there, it's going to be sent, and a little alert's going to be sent to me saying, hey, do you want to add this person to BiblioBoard? And I'm going to say, Heck yeah, I'm going to add them to Biblioboard. They're from Evanston. Of course I do. And where is it going to show up? Well, as you might recall from other tutorials we've done, Biblioboard is a place where people can find ebooks, particularly people who are from Evanston, Illinois, and who have posted their stuff, and I will put them on this site. So if you come down just a little farther here, look at that. Indy, Illinois, discover books from local authors. These are all from Illinois, and we can even highlight people specifically from Evanston on this site. And remember, if you need any additional help with Inkie or any of our other databases, just contact us at the reference desk or at the Reader's Advisory Desk at Evanston Public Library, and we will be more than happy to help you out. Thanks for watching.